Hey everyone, it's Leo.
And Irma.
And you're hanging with
The
the
Realest
Realist
Realtors.
Realtors. Today we're going to talk about attorneys.
Ooh, my favorite.
Let's talk about it.
So, in the state of New Jersey, it is highly recommended that you hire a real estate attorney to look out for your best interest when you're buying or selling property in New Jersey.
Keyword, real estate attorney.
Real estate.
We don't want anybody who's practicing law, who's in court all day, litigation, your best friend's mother.
You don't want a civil attorney or something like that. You want someone that specializes in real estate law. There's a lot of minutia. You need someone that is a specialist.
Correct. And the reason that we give you our preferred attorneys is because we use them all the time. They are diligent in their job. They do this full time, and that's a big deal. People that are in court most of the day could hold up your transactions for a very long period of time.
Yeah.
And one last thing, when sometimes your job offers you free legal counsel, I often recommend my clients for the $1,200-$1,500 it's going to cost you, I would go outside of them.
You know, I have to agree, because a lot of the times a good attorney will make or break your deal, to be honest.
Yeah.
In the state of New Jersey, we have something called the attorney review period. So they get the contract, the fully signed contract, and that's when attorney review begins. They're supposed to look it over and get a letter out to the other side within the first 3 days. The whole period might take a lot longer, or it could take a lot less depending on how good your attorneys are. I actually just had one offer accepted for a buyer. She went with one of my preferred attorneys, and we literally got in and out of attorney review in 1 day. Less than a day, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was the fastest I've ever seen it happen. And it was crucial because when you're in attorney review in New Jersey, that is the seller can still show the property
and accept other
still
offers.
Accept another offer.
Yeah.
So it's not set in stone until you're out of attorney review and into the under contract phase.
100%.
So you need a killer attorney that's
Yes.
going to answer your phone calls, it's going to answer their emails, it's going to send out emails in a prompt manner.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've had clients that have chosen their own attorneys and it's worked out. But I will tell you that more often than not, whenever they've chosen their own attorneys, it's been a lot more stress on them because they're the ones that have to get in touch with them. They're bugging them, especially if it's not a good attorney, you know?
Absolutely. And there's so many things that can go wrong in a transaction, from having it last way longer than it should be, you losing a rate lock. You know, interest rates, they move, right? So when your rate lock is only for, let's say, 30 to 60 days, and now the lawyers are having trouble getting to terms or whatever the case may be, you might lose that rate lock, or you might have to come with more money out of your pocket. Also, I've seen transactions actually just die because there is no real communication between the two lawyers.
That is key. They have to communicate. If they're not picking up the phone to call the other person, then I don't know what we're doing.
Right.
That's oftentimes the problem with why some deals don't work out, is because there's no communication.
And although we're very smart, we're not legal at all.
Yeah.
You know, we will fight for you in any which way we can, but when it comes to the legality of things, a lawyer, our preferred lawyers, are going to go to bat for you every single time.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, in New Jersey, when you do the inspections, they're negotiated through the attorneys.
Yes.
At the end of the day, they're supposed to be negotiated through the attorneys. You know, it works out in different ways. We always try to do whatever we can to help on the back end.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, the attorneys are the ones that have to negotiate. They're the ones that have to come to terms. And so you really need a strong communicator. You really need someone that's really good about negotiating, and that will bat for you. Like, that's what it is. You need a strong person, you know, and as long as they're proven, like, I will work with whoever, as long as you can tell me, yes, this is their track record. They answer my calls. They're great. Then fantastic. I just want you to have the best experience possible with the least amount of stress.
And just to clarify, although you have legal counsel and they're going to bat for you, that does not mean you can be unrealistic with anything that's going on in the transaction. Most of the time, you're not purchasing a new home.
Yeah.
You know, there are going to be things that you're not going to get 100% of.
But honestly, a good attorney and a good real estate agent are going to guide you through that process.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
We'll tell you. You'll be like, that's not something that can happen.
So just make sure you listen to us every time. We prefer somebody to you because we do this day in and day out.
Yeah.
And we're looking out for your best interest and getting you to the closing table and into you or out of your home.
Yeah, that's really all it is. And I've said it before, you know, we don't get anything from recommending people. We're just trying to provide you with the best
Level of
possible
service.
experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, thank you.
All right, guys, enjoy your weekend. Our information's on the next page. Please reach out to us with any questions. Have a good weekend.
Bye.